thank you for joining me. This is an idea for one of my hopeful TV projects entitled Trapezoid. The Trapezoid is a mathematical and puzzle game. Mathematical questions are asked to 4 contestants in the studio in order to give them a chance to take territory on a trapezoid-shaped board. Each of the 4 contestants in the studio have their own player colour. They are red, blue, yellow and green. When the contestants have been introduced by the presenter, who I'd prefer to be male, the game is started. A trapezoid grid is prepared as you are about to see in the next image. This is a regular, empty trapezoid grid. Doesn't look very good, does it? Well, let's add some colour to it. There we are. As you can see, each of the players will have 8 triangles of their own colour out of the 40 that are there. The remaining 8 are blank, which you can see in white. All of these must be turned to a colour in the game before the players may start capturing other triangles and scoring some points. To gain control of the board, players are asked mathematical conundrums. Correct answers allow the player to choose a triangle in the grid in order to prepare territory for scoring. Once all the blanks have been coloured in, the player may start to score by turning others. As an example, let me show you this. There's what you need to start the game. Once this has been done, and all the whites, or blanks as you prefer, turn to a colour, you can start scoring other triangles in order to score some points on the board. The questions in the game are all mathematical conundrums. You could be given 3 numbers, such as 13, 15 and 17, and you could be asked which of these is not a prime number. The answer to that question would be 15, because it is divisible by 3 and 5, whereas 13 and 17 are prime numbers. Or you could be given 3 numbers, and you could be asked which of these make what. For example, let's say you are given the numbers 3, 9 and 7. Which 2 make 16? The answer, 9 and 7. The main game lasts anything up to 9 minutes at a time, until they go through to the next round. To score any points in the game, players are instructed to form large triangles of their own colour. This is what a large triangle looks like. When a player makes this in any area of the trapezoid, they score 10 points. These triangles can be made either up, like this, or turned around. For every question a player answers correctly, they score 1 point. For every wrong answer given, 5 points are taken away. And then, in the event of a wrong answer being given, or a player can't answer a question, it is offered to another player. Once the first game has been played, the second game puts each player under the spotlight in order of current position. A smaller trapezoid is used for this game, as you can see. Each of the 16 pieces in the spotlight grid will have an answer to a mathematical question inside of it, as you can see here. Each player is given 15 seconds to look at the answers they are given in their grid before being given a further 45 seconds to answer them. As an example question, you could be asked, unlucky for some, plus 10. The answer to this is 23. When a player answers a question correctly, the corresponding panel in the grid will be covered by a triangle of their own colour to match up with the grid, which will also be in their corresponding colour. Every question that a player answers correctly will be worth 5 points at the end of their time limit. The total score of the game will be added to their overall running totals. If a player succeeds in completing their solo grid within the time limit, their score will be rounded up to 100 points. Wrong answers in the grid do not count against the total score in the solo grid. but if they do answer one incorrectly, the answer is given by the presenter and that panel is blacked out. However, if any blacked out panels are present when the grid is completed, the rounding bonus is voided. In the third round, play as you would in the first round. The grid is reset to its starting sequence in the first round, but the only twist is the scoring. In the third round, the points are different. Every triangle scored is worth 15 points, and every incorrect answer loses a player 10 points, whereas every question answered correctly still remains the same, 1 point for every answer given. The game time is the same as the first round too, up to 9 minutes, but after this round, the winner is decided by the highest score. He or she who scores the highest becomes the game champion and gets to stay on for up to 5 consecutive wins for an increasing cash prize value. Each show a player wins consecutively sees the cash go up as follows. For 1 win they get £2,500, for 2 wins they get £5,000, 10,000 for 3 wins, 25,000 for 4, and if they make 5 shows in a row, they can walk away with £50,000 to pad their account. The losing players don't go away empty-handed either. They will each receive some small prizes for taking part, such as a Trapezoid pen, calculator, puzzle book, and diary. After the show, the presenter gives a vote of thanks to the contestants and the viewers at home for watching. Then he makes his goodbye, the closing titles are played, and the show is over. A lot of TV shows nowadays are not very good in my opinion. There are a number of good ones, but not enough. I came up with this idea to try and improve what is already there, and take it back into the greatness of what it was before. The original idea for this show came from an old idea for the game show Turnabout. Maybe you've heard of it. The show Turnabout is based on the same principle for this idea, but it is a word game, whereas this one is all about numbers. And apart from all that, I would like to say thank you very much for having a look at this. The comments and ratings are open for your views and opinions on this idea. Thank you very much.